Hello my friends, welcome back to Storyline English. Today I want to share the story of a boy who had almost nothing. No money, no comfortable home, sometimes not even enough food. Yet this boy grew up to become one of the most famous entertainers in the world. His name was Charlie Chaplin. Let's begin his incredible journey. It was a cold evening in London in the late 1890s. A small boy sat quietly on a street corner. He was only 6 years old. His clothes were old, and he was hungry. People walked past him quickly. No one stopped. No one noticed. That boy was Charlie. His childhood was very difficult. Charlie's father left the family when he was young. His mother, Hannah Chaplin, tried to support Charlie and his brother Sidney Chaplin by singing in small theaters. But one day she became very sick and lost her voice. Without her voice, she could not sing. Without singing, there was no money. The family became extremely poor. Sometimes Charlie and his brother had no home at all. When Charlie was 7, his mother became too ill to care for them. Charlie and Sidney were sent to a workhouse for poor children. Life there was very hard. The children worked long hours, the rooms were cold, and the food was very little. But even in this dark place, Charlie discovered something special. He could make people laugh. When the other boys were sad, Charlie made funny faces and walked in silly ways. Soon the boys began laughing. For a moment, they forgot their hunger and sadness. Charlie realized something important. Making people laugh made him feel alive. Years later, when Charlie was 14, he got his first job in a small theater in London. The manager asked him, "Can you make people laugh?" Charlie didn't answer with words. Instead, he performed. He walked like an old man, then like a drunk man, and then pretended to fall. The manager laughed loudly. "You start tomorrow," he said. This was the beginning of Charlie's career. Over the next few years, Charlie traveled across England performing in comedy shows. Audiences loved him. His movements were funny, graceful, and full of energy. Then in 1910, Charlie received a huge opportunity. He traveled to New York City with a theater company. America was full of new possibilities. And soon, someone very important noticed him. Film producer Max Sennett invited Charlie to act in comedy movies. Charlie had never acted in films before, but he accepted the challenge. In 1914, while working at Keystone Studios, Charlie created a new character. He wore baggy pants, a small hat, big shoes, and carried a cane. He also had a tiny mustache. This character became known as the Tramp. The Tramp was poor but kind, clumsy but brave, funny but also deeply human. People around the world loved him. Soon Charlie Chaplin became the most famous silent film star on Earth. His movies made millions laugh. But they also touched people's hearts. In 1921, he made the emotional film The Kid, which made audiences both laugh and cry. Later he created classics like The Gold Rush and City Lights. These films became some of the greatest in cinema history. In 1940, Chaplin made a bold film called The Great Dictator, which criticized the dictator Adolf Hitler. The film was powerful and courageous. But it also caused controversy. Later, political problems forced Chaplin to leave the United States. He moved to Switzerland with his family. Many years later, in 1972, Chaplin returned to America to receive a special Lifetime Award at the Academy Awards. When he walked onto the stage, the audience stood up and applauded for several minutes. It was one of the longest standing ovations in Oscar history. Charlie Chaplin passed away in 1977 at the age of 88. But his legacy lives on. His films still make people laugh. They still make people cry. And they remind us that even a poor boy from the streets of London can change the world. Thank you for listening to this story. If you enjoyed it, please like this video and subscribe to Storyline English for more stories that help you learn English naturally. And tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? See you in the next story, my friends. Clapperboard.